Hello, this is Ben119 and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about the new Pikmin 4 trailer. So before I do that, here's the trailer.
Только не спал. Ти море.
Oh, wow!
So yeah, the trailer's very good. We've been waiting for this trailer for almost 10 years now, and it's really good to finally have a proper trailer of the game, and to know that the game is actually going to be releasing in July of this year, which is when Pikmin 3 released. Pikmin 3 released in July of 2013, so it's being released 10 years apart from Pikmin 3. But yeah, so one of the first things I want to talk about is the baby Snagrets. Now, we see the baby Snagrets in one of the screenshots in the trailer, and other than them looking really cute, I just think they could just be really good enemies. Like, it's really good concept having a baby version of the Snagret. Maybe they grow up into actual Snagrets, who knows. But the other thing I want to talk about is the Ice Pikmin. Now, we've seen a few clips of the Ice Pikmin, and we've seen the Ice Pikmin in the squad throughout most of the trailer. And by the looks of things, they can freeze enemies. There's a clip here where the Ice Pikmin freezes the Bulborb. And what then happens is the Bulborb then breaks down into ice, so you don't get the dead body. So I guess it's like a trade-off. Like, it might be easier to kill the enemies doing this, but you don't get the corpse to carry back. And also there's a mechanic where you throw a load of Ice Pikmin onto a lake and it freezes the lake. And that looks really cool. Now, I have no idea how this is going to work. I presume maybe different sized lakes will require a different amount of Pikmin. Maybe some can't be froze, maybe it's only certain ones. Like, who knows how long they're going to be frozen for. Maybe they melt after about 30 seconds, or maybe they stay like that for the whole Pikmin day. maybe there's some areas of water that it's better to not freeze than to freeze. Like, I don't know, the amount of puzzles they can do with this is going to be really good. But something I do love about the look of this game is the openness to the levels. Now, with Pikmin 3, for example, even though Pikmin 3 is beautiful and amazing, a lot of the levels are quite tight in a way, even though the backgrounds are quite big. There's a lot of just following narrow paths, and there's a lot of narrow areas. But this game looks extremely open in where you can go, even the spaces. Like, there's a lot of empty space, which sounds weird, but it's quite nice to see so much empty space. It just makes the world feel much bigger. And there's a clip here, and there's a dog, and I will talk about the dog now. I think that's what everyone likes about this, the dog. And it looks cool. I have no idea what it will contribute to the actual game. I guess it's cool that you can ride on him, and you can use him to charge into things, and maybe you can use him to fight enemies as well, and he can carry stuff like purple Pikmin. You can ride across lakes as well, which that seems really cool, that you can get all your Pikmin to sit on him while he goes across areas that they couldn't normally get across. That's a really clever mechanic right there. I just think it'll be cool. I'm not sure. It's going to be a very different Pikmin game. Like, when I was thinking of Pikmin 4, I thought it was more going to be Pikmin 3 style, but there's a lot of different gameplay styles that look very different, which is cool to see. I also noticed how the caves are now back in the game, which I'm not sure how I feel about this. Now, I do like the caves, but I do think they can get boring after a while, and they're definitely not my favourite part about the series at all. And sometimes the caves can just be annoying in Pikmin 2, but hopefully most of this game is not cave related. I'd like to see some caves and some bosses from the old games and stuff, and some new cave mechanics, but if half the game is set in caves like Pikmin 2 was, Pikmin 2 was 70% caves and 30% overworld, I'll be a little bit disappointed, but at least the caves do look nicer than the ones in Pikmin 2. I also noticed how there is an Empress Bullblax, which was from Pikmin 2. It's the boss that spits out the babies and it rolls around. That's really cool to see that boss being back in the game. And it's really cool to see a new Beady Longlegs. Now, it looks like the Beady Longlegs is poisoning all the Pikmin in the middle, but this could be Puffstool poison. It could be anything. But it looks like a really cool boss to fight. It looks pretty difficult as well. I wonder what other new bosses there'll be. There's going to be tons of new stuff that is not shown in the trailer, which I'm glad about. I'm glad they showed all this stuff, but I'm kind of glad they didn't show any more, because I don't really want it to be spoiled. I want to kind of experience all the new bosses and enemies and puzzles for myself. I don't want to have to see everything in the trailer. From the actual wallpaper, from the main photo here that we got, you can see that the white and purple and rock and wings are in the picture. Now, in the actual trailer, there is no rock and wing Pikmin and purple and white Pikmin. However, on this wallpaper here, there is. So I'm presuming they're going to be in the game. I'm not sure if they're going to be in the story. Hopefully they will. I just think they don't want to show off too much on the actual trailer. I think there is going to be a lot of stuff in the game that isn't in the trailer. It's just that they don't want to spoil it all, which I can completely understand. A few more things I want to talk about is the background. Now, even though in the old Pikmin game, especially Pikmin 3, there's a lot of elements in the background that look like they're from the real world, but in this game, there's even more so. It actually looks like a physical garden, and there is proof of that. There is houses, there's a play park in one of them. It looks even more like a garden than it ever has before. And I feel like the worlds are going to be much bigger. There's going to be much bigger maps that are more open, and there's going to be more open space, like I mentioned before. And also there's a new enemy that I've spotted in the trailer. Now, there's not much detail on it because you don't really see the captain fighting this enemy, but it looks quite strange, but it looks like it fits into the Pikmin universe. Obviously you got the baby Snagrets, but we haven't really seen them fighting Pikmin yet. We don't know if they're going to be passive or hostile. And also, the last thing I want to mention is the new nighttime mode. Now, we got a little teaser of it, and I wonder what it's going to be about. Now, it looks like the star bits in the background, like Mario Galaxy star bits, but it could be a nugget pile, it could be a mission mode feature. We don't know yet what it could be. But it looks really cool, whatever it is, and hopefully it's going to be really challenging, but I don't know. But we also have new captains as well. At first, when I watched the original teaser, I thought that the captain in one of the screenshots was Brittany, but it turns out to be an entirely new captain, and we've got a few other new captains as well, which is pretty cool to see. We don't know if they're related to Olimar or whether they're related to like Alf or the Copilots, like who knows at this point. It's just cool to see new characters. And the new ship looks really cool. I think this whole new art style does look really cool. I'm glad that they didn't just keep it the same as Pikmin 3. They added this entirely new art style to the game that looks even better in a way. Like, yeah. One more thing I want to talk about, even though I did say one more before, is the treasure. Now, I've noticed that there is treasure in this game, and that could be the main collectible. It could be that the captains are landing on this planet to collect treasure, like in Pikmin 2. Maybe there's other focus as well. We don't know yet, but I've seen that there is a treasure, and I've spotted a few other treasures in the background before. So that's pretty cool to see, that there's going to be like treasure collecting. I don't know what the day timers are going to be like what's this game going to be like for speedrunning? That's one of the questions I was asking, because obviously I'm into like the speedrun of Pikmin 3 and Pikmin 1. So what is this game going to be like to speedrun? Now we have no idea, because I haven't really seen like the game yet. But hopefully the speedrun for the game is going to be very good, and hopefully the in-game timer thing stays a thing rather than it being scrapped. The other thing I want to talk about is multiplayer, and we've seen no multiplayer in this trailer. However, I do think that multiplayer will be a thing because it was in Pikmin 3, and it would just be silly if it wasn't, because Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3 both had that. So for them to get rid of multiplayer, even if it's just a multiplayer mission mode campaign or a bingo battle type thing, that'd be really cool. It'd be really cool to see some online modes in this version. Like, the online leaderboards were cool in Pikmin 3 Deluxe. However, that was more just for comparing rankings, and if you're not really a speedrunner, then it's pretty pointless. It'd be really cool to actually go against people online and have some kind of ranking, ranked matches of bingo battle. That'd be really cool, where you like get like points, and you have like a leaderboard or a local leaderboard. I don't know, it'd just be a really cool way of keeping the game fun once you completed everything. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. I'm really happy this trailer was released in the Nintendo Direct. I really like how they did it first in the Nintendo Direct as well. I think Nintendo knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted to start the Direct with something really, really exciting for the Pikmin community. And it's great that they know that it means so much for the Pikmin community that they had to start it with that. Now, they could have ended it with that, but they ended it with the new Zelda trailer, which also looks cool. But yeah, I guess Zelda's just a much bigger franchise than Pikmin. But yeah, this whole new Pikmin game is going to be amazing, hopefully. I don't know if it's going to be better than Pikmin 3, because Pikmin 3 is almost a masterpiece to me. It is like almost a perfect 10 to me, with how good it is. But yeah, hopefully this game will come close. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to when it actually releases. And when it does release, do expect some content of the game, like speedruns or walkthroughs or, you know, glitches, anything like that. I will probably be covering at the time. But yeah, that's all I've got time for today. If you liked the video, please like the video and subscribe if you're new around here. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.